Peace, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome to the podcast. And today's podcast title is I gave Khalil Amani the microphone to explain his new coat. Now, as you can see on the thumbnail, it's called Coat Hopper. From this coat to that coat to this coat to that coat, from one sinister mastermind to another sinister mastermind. And with that said, I want to start the show off like this.
Khalil Amani the microphone to explain his new cult in this exclusive conversation where nothing was off limits. In this video, Khalil Amani gets the opportunity to speak directly to the audience and explain his beliefs, ideas, and the movement that has sparked debate across social media. Whether you agree or disagree, this discussion provides a rare chance to hear his perspective without interruptions. We explore the questions people have been asking, the reactions from supporters and critics, and the reasons why this topic has become such a hot discussion online. If you're interested in controversial conversations, independent media, the conscious community, YouTube streets, and thought-provoking interviews, this video is for you. Watch until the end and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who want to hear the full story and make up their own minds.
So now, the coat he hopped to was Troy Star Terrain and Layla Will's coat, who was a part of the Zulu Nation coat that was running around here and touching boys, children and stuff for a while. They was prostituting their own Zulu women and they was prostituting children. Now, I started in 2017 dealing with this. I spoke to Layla Wells. I spoke to Troy Star Terrain. I spoke to many other people that's a part of the hip hop Stands with Survival organization about the disappearing of a young man that he wrote an article about in 2013 by the behest of DJ K. Slate. Told him to write the article so they could control the narrative on what happened. He wrote the article. 3 years later, Troy Star Terrain comes out with Ron Savage and her son Camel to cover up what he did, what K. Slate did, what Bambaataa did, and everybody did. I went at Layla Wells asking her, why are you not publishing this and putting it out in your Trapped in the Culture documentary and stuff? She tried to act like it never happened or this, that, and the other. But we're going to hear from Khalil right now.
The story takes off at the hands of Star Troy Terrain. Okay? Now, let's talk about Hassan a little bit. It would appear, and Hassan knows, everything you've heard in these 4 videos, Hassan knows. Hassan knows he knows that Khalil Amani was the first guy.
Hassan knows, Layla Wills knows, Troy Star Terrain knows, Marcy Hamilton, which is a European woman from Pennsylvania that deal with the Catholic Church. All these people know, Dave Wedge know, but nobody's talking about it. I done had to endure this for going on like 10 years now and stuff. Next year will be the 10th year for sure.
In the media, to talk about Bambaataa being gay and date raping and all that stuff. He knows I'm that nigga. But in the 3 or 4 years he's been on air, he has never given Khalil Amani my props. He has only opened his mouth to call me insulting names like snitch and rat.
What? The names I get called because I had to make a phone call to the feds. I did it in YouTube public view, but yet I'm the snitch and I'm the rat. How am I hiding what I'm doing? You can call me whatever you want. I'm going to define myself as a whistleblower. Only ignorant Negroes in the community going to say snitch and rat.
Why does Hassan Poppy Campbell call Khalil Amani a snitch in the rap? Well, those of you who know my backstory know that 40 years ago, I was in the Yahweh cult in Miami, Florida. And you know that the cult and the leader, Yahweh Ben Yahweh, was a bad man. He was a Malachi York and then some. That my teacher had at least 14 people murdered in Miami, most of them black people, and that my teacher, Yahweh, was sexing young girls in the midnight hour, prepubescent teenagers and shit.
So he knew this. He wasn't telling it even back then. So the cults he's hopping from are sex trafficking cults. The Zulu Nation, a sex trafficking cult. Yahweh Nation, sex trafficking cult. And he don't tell them.
He was a pedophile.
The difference between Yahweh Ben Yahweh and Africa Bambaataa, he was sexing girls, he's sexing boys. Pedophile, pederast. That's the only difference.
For those reasons and my own personal reasons to save my life and the lives of my children, I went to the fucking FBI and became a government informant, and I make no apologies about it to this very day.
So he told you a lie in this company. He said, for my children's lives. His children was at his mother-in-law house, their grandmother house. They had no danger to their life, no sex and no none of that, because they was at their grandmother house. He was selling drugs and robbing people. Never got caught. Or they never charged him with him because he gave him Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
I'm glad that I did what I did when I did it. This was no street shit.
It was street stuff. Did it happen in the street? Selling drugs is street stuff. Robbery is street stuff. Though he never got caught and never got charged with them criminal acts, he was out there committing criminal acts. He might as well have sex the babies himself. Which later on in life, he started sexing his grandson and everything else. By foot fetish stuff, feeding his grandson his feet, and his grandson feet's in his mouth because he's a foot fetish dude.
There's no dude who's trying to snitch on his leader to save himself. All the false narratives that have been spewed against Khalil Amani by the likes of people like Hassan Poppy Campbell and that fuck nigga from Arkansas who has no electricity and wipes his ass with the leaves on the bushes outside of his house.
That's me. That's me. I wipe my ass with the leaves. Oh boy.
I walked into the FBI office of my own free will and began to cooperate with the FBI in 1986 and told them of the things that I had heard, knew, witnessed in my 5 years as a member of the Yahweh cult.
So for 5 years, he heard, seen, witnessed stuff until he went into that office and told them about what he heard, seen, and stuff. He was in danger of being charged with drugs, robbery, and everything else. That was his main reason for going in. He can argue if he wants to. Take me to court. B-A-N, and let's have it out.
Openly told, became a government informant, wore a government-issued beeper, was on the payroll, all of that. But for a righteous reason.
Why? What was the righteous reason? You were selling drugs and robbing people and didn't want to go to jail. You said with your children, but were they or were they not at their grandmother's home, your mother-in-law's? Because you had married the woman that Yahweh ben Yahweh started kneeling. Am I lying on you?
And dare I say, if you ever visit this beautiful city of Miami, you will hardly ever find someone who's 45 to 50 years and up who will not tell you that they are glad that someone helped rid Miami
of the drug dealing and robbery Negro named Khalil Amani.
Trash that was Yahweh ben Yahweh. If you mention my name in Miami, dare I say that most people would say he was a hero. He did a righteous thing. Because
what was the righteous thing? Getting himself out of jail?
Black man named Yahweh ben Yahweh was destroying the black community in the name of religion and Hebrew Israelitisms. You won't hear people call Khalil Amani a snitch and a rat and blah, 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 and I'm going to get that nigga. Not in Miami, because Miami felt the full brunt of the cult of Yahweh ben Yahweh. Damn near every black person in Miami, damn near, had someone who was a member of the Yahweh cult. A friend, a cousin, a sister, a mama, a daddy, a schoolmate. They knew someone who was hooked up in the Yahweh cult, and they saw with their own two eyes how that person changed. They saw how cold and standoffish and aloof they had become. They stopped coming around to Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners.
They stopped paganism. All of that stuff that he's talking about is paganism, and he's saying their families were pagan and doing pagan things. And when they got with Yahweh ben Yahweh, they learned that it was pagan and they stopped it. This shows that he's a cult hopper. I don't even want to speak on it no more any longer. Y'all need to get that in your brain. Y'all need to get that in your brain. And until you get that in your brain, I'm going to let you hear this and I'm going to be out.
Some of my political and restoration detractors over at WAC 100 ENT have the nerve to call me a hypocrite.
So his name is Khalil Amani World 100 because he's a part of the WAC 100 ENT. WAC 100 hasn't denied it nor clarified it. I don't care either way. That's my assumption that he's a part of the WAC 100 ENT. You got a problem, WAC? Take me to court. Any of you niggas got a problem? Take me to court. I'm not running from court. I'm one of one in court. Layla Wills took me to court, lied on me, tried to get me murdered. I'm not running from none of it. I'm a defeated, beat it up like a son of God is supposed to, like an Israelite is supposed to. Any freedom fighter has to go to jail. That's just the way it is.
That's rich. You sit behind platforms, throwing accusations, pretend to stand on some moral high ground, while your own circle is drowning in contradictions.
His own circle, his own cult. Ron Savage, her son Camel, Troy Star Twain, Layla Wills, Dave Wedge, Marcy Hamilton, all these people deal with this BS. And all of them has been informed by me personally in their emails, on their social medias, what's been going on. Because that's how you can communicate to people now. They all want to claim that they're ignorant of it. You ain't ignorant. I have the emails and things to show them that I showed you.
Don't preach standards to me when you don't even live by your own code. You call me out publicly, but stay silent about the behavior you excuse privately. That's not righteousness. That's selective outrage. If you're going to challenge my integrity, bring receipts and bring consistency. Because hypocrisy isn't standing on conviction. It's attacking someone else to distract from your own compromise. You don't get to weaponize morality when it's convenient and then abandon it when it exposes you. If we're going to have this conversation, let's have it honestly. And if you're not ready for that, stop throwing words you can't defend.
That's it, people. I'm out. Enjoy the 15 minutes that I shared with you. What I shared. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And 10 years of proving that they've been hiding April the 1st, 2013. They can't kill Khalil and make him stop saying it, or take the audio that I got of him saying it. I ain't winning until I lose.